Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Tito Puente Jr., and you're tuned in to the Freestyle After Dark Late Show with our friends at Lit Entertainment. Vaya!
Unforgiving love, this is what you need. When you let me go, I said, how could this be? To think the love we had was so deceiving with lies. All I can do now, I sit here, I cry. Unforgiving love, was it so true? How could you leave me, girl? I don't know what to do.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Tito Puente Jr., and you're tuned in to the Freestyle After Dark Late Show with our friends at Lit Entertainment. Vaya!
What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Mr. Lit Entertainment, bringing it to you live from Lit Music Entertainment Studios here in Detroit for Freestyle After Dark.
Yep.
Guys, we have a heck of a show tonight. I have the privilege and the honor to actually be interviewing one of Latin icons, future legends. Actually, he's a legend as we speak, filling in the shoes for his dad, but he is his own artist in his own right. And we're going to find out a lot about him tonight. So, With that being said, we're a little bit behind. We're maybe about 7 minutes behind people, but we're going to try to keep this on track to be done by 1 o'clock. So, with that being said, I'm not going to hold you guys any more time. We're going to be in the hot mix with Detroit DJ Dan. We're going to have Tito on here about 1:30, 1:35, people. So sit back, sit tight. I need you guys to share, start those watch parties, and we're going to get it live from Detroit. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Tito Puente Jr. And you're tuned in to the Freestyle After Dark Late Show with our friends at Lit Entertainment. VALLE.
Come on, people, let's have a good time tonight. Tito Puente Jr. will be in the building. For all you lovers out there, you know them. My man Tito remixed this song right here. That's why we're playing it.
So let's get it. We're live. Freestyle After Dark, Tito Puentes Jr. This is for you. Let's go. Share it up, people. Let's get it. What's up, Lit fam? We got Tito Puentes Jr. jumping in a few minutes. says, you already know, we got the Detroit Freestyle Music Festival, August 8th, I mean 6th, all the way through the 8th. Get your tickets now.
Worship is true, I pray to you.
What's up, Lil Fam? Macrobello. Boston. What's up, Vanilla? What's up, John? Let's stir it up, people. I will send a special shout out to Faye. Much love, Faye. Joey O, Sylvia. You already know.
Someone who truly cared. I had to admit that I wasn't prepared. Oh, nothing was sacred until I met you. My life was a mess, didn't know what to do. Till you came to prove it. I had no purpose in life was a game. You opened my eyes to the light of your flame. So I praise your name.
Freestyle After Dark. You already know. One of the hottest shows on late night. Old school 10. Let's go.
Your love for me was always insincere.
What's up, DJ DOC? What up, Joe?
And my heart was left here to stay. 'Cause I know and you knew we would never return. Now I see how you can be. I guess I never learned.
We got one of the official sponsors of the Detroit Freestyle Music Festival. We got the El Nino Network in the building. What up, Joey Ladio? Much love.
I told you once that there was something about you. I just can't seem to explain the shades of our romance. whispers as I gaze into your eyes. Slowly the night closes and these all whispers start to die. My heart's devoted and I'm hooked by your eyes, blue as the sky. Just one look, that's all it took. I'll break this down straight to the point. I'll always love you and you're mine, 'cause girls like you are hard to find. Girl, you got me caught up in romance. So leave without giving me a chance. I find it hard to think it's true, but now I know that I love you. You've got cries like screams, strong as the wind. Through the night with storms of tears, affection not sin. Tears you may fall upon our face with a bond of distant love. Full of our voices cry like the winds from the heavens above. My heart's devoted and I'm hooked by your eyes, blue as the sky. Just one look, that's all it took. I'll break this down straight to the point. I'll always love you and you're mine, 'cause girls like you are hard to find. Hey girl, you got me caught up in romance. So leave without giving me a chance. I find it hard to think it's true, but now I know that I love you.
The heat is so strong and I'm feeling this on the summer nights. Passion is burning, my body is yearning summer nights. Hands up close to my body, let's get in the groove. Sit on this party. Let's ignite this fire. Tell me what to do. I can't get much higher. I see the flames inside your eyes. You got me burning inside. Gonna make you feel the heat of summer nights. Gonna keep the passion burning summer nights. Gonna make you feel the heat of summer nights. In my eyes, you're feeling my vibes on summer nights. Miami skies, feeling alive on summer nights. Let me be your desire. Let me take you higher. Let's ignite this fire. Like I'm on fire, can't get much higher.
You're in the mix with Detroit's own DJ Tan. Let's get it. This is Freestyle After Dark, holding it down live from Lit Music Entertainment Studios here in Detroit. And we got Latin icon, Tito Puente. And this is his new track. Let's go.
Tu legado sigue vivo, nadie lo va a detener. Oye, y es que no hubo nadie en el timbal, no hubo nadie como él.
Come on, people. You know you want to dance with me.
¡Huepa!
El hijo de Tito Puente ha llegado con su sandunga. No se equivoquen con Tito Junior, que ese macho nació en la rumba. Celebramos 20 años de su rumba. Ahora le toca a Tito Puente, directo desde la tumba. Tito Puente, el rey. Ataca Tito Puente Junior. Dale mambo.
Yo, Boricuas, you better make some noise. Let's go.
Rumba buena. Se tocaba el guaguancó, el mambo y la guaracha. Te tocaba de todo mi ratachacha.
Yo, everybody show some love. Tito Puente Jr. This is his night.
Y que siga
Share it up. Let's go.
ay para toda la vida. Oh no, 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 no. Me dice marrón rosado, y en este sigo de este legado, que aquí llegó Tito Puente Junior, y que lo hereda no lo está.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Tito Puente Jr., and you're tuned in to the Freestyle After Dark Late Show with our friends at Lit Entertainment. Vaya!
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Freestyle After Dark. That was Detroit's own DJ Dan with the hot mix. Yo, he dropped it hot for Tito. Guys, I'm not going to have you waiting anymore. We have the legend, the icon. I'm going to call it that. This gentleman here has brought a lot to the freestyle genre that we don't know about, or We might know about it, but I just found out. You know how it is. So, needless to say, I want to actually welcome Tito Puente Jr. into the building. Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead and transition him in. Hello, how you doing, Tito?
Saludo Jose, saludo DJ Dan, saludo a toda mi gente de Detroit, Lit Music Entertainment worldwide. How are you guys tonight?
I
After
appreciate
dark.
it, man.
Yeah, you said I love that intro. It was like icon legend past my bedtime.
Well, it's 11:30 here in the East Coast, so
Yeah,
um,
man.
but you know, this is why we call it Freestyle After Dark, man.
After dark, man. After dark. This is great. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm so fine. I'm so glad we finally got to meet up, Jose. And you can tell everybody the story of how we kind of connected a couple of weeks ago in South Florida, and it was really cool coming across you. And I've been a fan of the show, and I'm really happy to be a part of it. So thank you for having me on tonight.
Wow, and it's really an honor to hear that from you. You know that you're a fan of the show, and this was just created on a, you know, on a test run, you know, on a whim, and let's see if it works. And obviously, I got your attention.
Yeah, man. You got the whole setup going on right there. Like it's almost like a freestyle Wayne's World.
Yep. This is the where we got the idea from was Yo MTV Raps. So
Yeah.
this is the freestyle Yo MTV freestyle right here.
I love it. I love it. Great job, man. I'm glad to see that you guys are pushing dance music and freestyle music. And thanks for having me. I know I don't really. I'm not in the freestyle genre, so to speak, because you guys just heard the new single. I play more mambo music, but I love dance music. I'm a hardcore fan of freestyle and dance music, and I have produced some records in the past too with some dance music. But again, thanks a lot for bringing me on the show. Lit Music Entertainment.
Thank you. Well, tonight is about you. And when we had our discussion yesterday, I think that I kind of brought you back to a happy place. Am I correct? Like
Absolutely.
awesome. And that's what we want to talk about. You know, we know that you are son of the legendary icon Tito Puente Sr. And just like I introduced the show, you know, you are a musician within your own right. But on top of that, you have a big responsibility of keeping the music or the Latin movement and how we people or how music is being produced now alive, you know? So tell us about that. Tell us about that. Tell us the experience with living with a legend, and on top of that, how that reflects on you as in your own legacy.
Yeah. Well, we were chatting last night, Jose, and I love our conversation, man. We're just getting into it. And I was telling you a lot bit of the history of my history and how I was born and raised and how I grew up. I'm originally from New York City. Tito Puente was my father. El Rey Timbal, the ambassador of Latin music worldwide. It's a nice shirt of him. And those of you might have not heard him, or the new generation. He passed away 21 years ago, this past May 31st. Since his passing, I've been continuously performing his music and taking it around the world to make sure that people remember who he was, along with the Queen Celia Cruz and Tito Puente. They were really iconic legends in their respective careers over 50 years, 186 albums to his credit, star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, many movies, accolades, 7-time Grammy Award winner, 14 nominations. I can go on and on about my old man and my dad, but it was a great experience being his son, performing his music, continuously performing his music. Prior to that, being born and raised in New York, I just want to summarize the whole thing. Being born and raised in New York, I loved all types of music, different genres. I love heavy metal, rock music, dance music, house music, and of course, freestyle music. Freestyle music is one of my first loves growing up and as an 80s kid. I just turned 50 last week.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, man, I made it.
Birthday.
Thank you. Just made it to 50. No white hair yet. I'm doing pretty good.
I'm 40 years old, man. I'm killing it over here. I gotta get just for men every 3 weeks, you know.
Are you? Yeah, it feels great. I made it to 50, and still loving the music and promoting it in perpetuity and keeping my father's name alive. But dance music is one of my first loves. Freestyle music is one of my first loves. We were talking about last night on how Tito Puente and the freestyle dance music world kind of know each other. And that's because of the Latin urban hip hop music scene that was from the Bronx and Brooklyn and Queens and Manhattan, all over the tri state area in the early 80s and late 80s and into the 90s. My father was performing, and then he would perform with a lot of these they were very young back then, these brand new artists, and they called it Latin hip hop. I think in the Midwest they were calling it heartthrob music at the time.
Heartthrob, yeah.
Heartthrob music,
Mhm.
and then funky melody as well. And Miami had their scene, Texas had their scene, West Coast had their scene, the Midwest had their scene too as well, and then New York had its own scene. And my father didn't really understand any of that music, but he put it all together. But when he started performing with a lot of those great acts, the Stevie B's, the Cynthias, the Johnny O's, the Cover Girls, all the TKAs, all those big freestyle dance music groups.
It was something that you mentioned to me was kind of like, it kind of stumped me because, let's say you're talking to your old man, let's say you say you would back in the 90s, and what you mentioned to me was that you're the one that put him on to these artists, in the dance music, and it was kind of, he was up and, kind of at the end of or in the middle of his career or towards the end, am I correct? When this was all transpiring?
Yeah. Okay. So the way where Tito Puente was already, a celebrity, superstar in his own right, simply because of the music they did from the 1950s and the Palladium and Mambo and of course Oye Como Va, one of his biggest hits in the 1970s and 60s. So my dad was already a worldwide traveler, performing around the world, already ascertained Grammy Awards and accolades around the planet at that time. So in the 80s, he was starting to do Latin jazz music. My father was a very big fan of jazz in general. He didn't really care for rock music or freestyle or house music or anything like that. He used to tell people, my son's doing house music. And I would ask him, whose house? And whose house? And house music was the term that we used in the late 80s and early 90s of the music that just had a derivative 2/4 beat. And it was very up-tempo and people loved dancing to it. And then freestyle music was the songs about love and heartbreak, and it had a little rhythmic to it, and with congas and timbales, and it gave it a big Latin feel. So they call it Latin hip hop at the time. My father was not too keen on that music, but what I did was, I was explaining to you yesterday, at that time in the late 80s and the early 90s, the music clubs and the dance music clubs in New York would hire my father's orchestra along with, Celia Cruz, Tito Rojas, all the big salsa names from the 80s and 90s. And what they would do, they would perform a set for 45 minutes with their orchestras respectively. And then and they would take a break for about a half hour. And in that half hour break, you would have the likes of George Lamont, Coro, TKA, Judy Torres, Cynthia. They would come in so that the younger Latin generation would be, prone to seeing the band that was performing, and then be turned on to the Latin heartthrob music or the freestyle music at that time. And that's when my father kind of blended the two worlds. And he was like, who are these kids that are coming in between my sets and singing all about this crying nonsense and crying over you and all that? And so it was funny because I knew Jeff at the time, who happens to be Suave, and he was a fan of Tito Puente, and then that's how they kind of connected. And Mark Anthony, La India, Brenda K. Starr, George Lamont, respectively, they all went to perform on to doing salsa records as well. But I would say possibly through the influence of Tito Puente and Celia Cruz and all the great acts at that time. India directly, was influenced by Celia, we know, simply because that she crowned her as the princess of salsa, and Celia was the queen. So pretty cool.
To stop you there, you were the one that influenced your dad for, to even put these acts on, right?
Yeah, see, I was the one that talked him into it. I don't say I talked him into it. He was like, these, he called them whippersnappers, young whippersnappers. He said, these young whippersnappers get a lot of girls and guys and they come screaming in the club. And my father had mostly salsa dancers, mambo dancers that, danced in the dance floors. And then there would be a new generation, a younger generation that would come in between the sets. So people would like to go to see a nice evening of dinner, and then you would see a salsa band, then you would see freestyle music, and then back to the salsa band. And that's how it was for
Wow.
many, many years. So I kind of turned him on to all that. Yeah.
What was the first track that you ever presented to your dad and say, "Hey, Dad, I like this"?
Well, I won't say I presented him to a track because he was doing a lot of concerts. And then the promoter at the time was a man by the name of Ralph McCardle. He had a record label called RMM, Ralphie McCardle Management. And then so Mark Anthony, India, all those great performers, Tito Nieves, Oscar de Leon, they were all on the record label RMM at that time. And my father was one of the pioneers and the staple of that particular roster of talent that they had on that record label. And I kind of gravitated towards the dance music simply because I loved it so much. I think one of the first groups, or maybe the first artist he ever saw, was he was performing in some festival, and Niaja came on after him. He's like, "Who's this young lady from Brooklyn? Man, she's amazing." And a lot of people don't know this. A little bit of trivia for you, Jose, and for DJ Dan too. Tito Puente was the first timbale player and Latin music artist to perform on a freestyle record. And the record was called Clave Rocks and was by a group called Amaretto. And Tito Puente does the timbal solo. I think it came out in 1986. So that was probably the first freestyle record that had a Latin feel to it. And Tito Puente played drums on that album. So kind of cool trivia.
That's dope. Wow.
I
got Dan shaking his head like, wow, he didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
you look at the credits of the Amaretto, Clave Rocks, Dama da Clave, Ay Papi, all that. And then there's a solo of Tito Puente in the 12-inch vinyl version, along with Luis Perico Ortiz. But my father didn't understand the rhythm, the timing of freestyle, simply because but it still had that conga feel to it. At that time, in 1986, I think Gloria Estefan was very, very popular. And that's what drove my father towards the pop market world. And that's why he took a chance and a risk on playing, with some dance music. But that Clave Rocks record became a huge worldwide hit. So
when did you start dabbling into the music? Because you told me you were like traveling at 12 years old, correct?
Yes, I was traveling very early age during the summer times. And then during school, I would go to school. Thank God for my mother. But my mom wanted for me to spend more time with my father simply because he wasn't home. He did 300 shows a year, Jose. It's a lot of concerts, man.
Wow, that's like almost every day.
That was almost every day, almost every day of the week. A lot of it would be traveling, but then he would go somewhere, perform, then do 2 concerts that one night, and then the next night do 3 concerts. It was just amazing on the amount of work that he. Of course, he was younger then. This was 1980s and 1990s, but he worked all the way till his passing in 2000. He also had a 2 years and 3-year concert tour. The day that he passed, so that was still pending, and we had to take care of all those dates after he left us. But just an amazing career, and it was nice to see how he blended in with the younger generation with dance music and freestyle music and house music, because it wasn't just freestyle, it was also house music. He worked with India on a record called River Ocean. It's on Strictly Rhythm Records. Fantastic song, became a worldwide hit too. Very popular with the DJs at the time. He also did the first rap record as a Latin band leader, and that was rappers. The name of the group was called Sugar Hill Gang, and they still around today.
Yeah.
And it was on the B side of the Rapper's Delight. It was called Rapper's Reprise, and I think the rap was something like, he plays the drums and he's here to stay, and he goes by the name of Tito Puente. The dad did a solo. So it's kind of cool. And so that was back in 1978, 79. So
wow.
He was a pioneer, not only in salsa world, in mambo music, but in rap music and in freestyle and house music. So he did all the genres. Remember, he didn't really care for the stuff. I was the one that kind of like pushed him into it. And I'm glad that I influenced my father. You got to play on this hip hop record, and you got to play on this freestyle record, and get in there with India and do this house record. And that's when he really got into that bag with Mark Anthony, Little Louis Vega, all the greats.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, you as an artist, let's talk about you. When did you pick up? I know that it was a real early in your life, right? But
Yeah.
you started with the Latin house thing, right?
Yes, did. Yes, I did. I started off with Latin house music. Prior to that, I was into playing rock bands. I was playing. I was originally a rock drummer, so I would play, all the Journey and Def Leppard and Metallica and all. We had a little cover band. I had a little group called Monoxide. We were popular in the tri-state area, New York, and I started that first. And my father didn't care for that at all. He was like, "I don't want to hear that music." And but I would try to get him to come to my concerts. It would be a mosh pit. And he'd be, hey, isn't that Tito Puente in a mosh pit? It'd be kind of wild seeing that. But as I moved forward throughout my teenage years, I think I was probably like 14, 15 years old. That's when I started traveling with him and started feeling that clave rhythm. Then after high school, that's when I really dabbled more into playing not just drums, but percussion as well. Congas, timbales, got into piano playing, bass as well, and started doing the Latin house music, which was something that was in my heart as a derivative of loving freestyle music as well.
Right.
And that's why I started dabbling into Latin house music. My first song came out in 1993. At that time, it was called Sound of the Latin Rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working with some guys that you guys might know named Shy. We called him Shy Baby at the time. And I also worked with Jay Quan. His name was Jay Love at the time. He was from a group called the Nasty Boys. These guys were from the Bronx. And I kind of ran into them down in South Florida. And that's when we started my Latin house music career. And then my love was always doing freestyle music. And we were talking about this last night, Jose. And that's why I wanted to do something in the freestyle world. And that's when we came up with of course, the Unforgiven Love and the TLR concept, which was the Latin rhythm. And that's we kind of got into that, which was cool.
I heard that track was supposed to be ignored.
Yeah.
It says ignored on it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
that is true. That is true. So when we recorded the song in the summer, I think of 93 or maybe even 92, but there was a hurricane going to Florida at the time. And we had to go back up to New York, and then we drove back down, and then we recorded it in my apartment. I had an apartment back then, and I just bought this brand new keyboard. It's a beautiful Ensoniq keyboard. I was playing around with beats, and I heard that Bambata beat, the Planet Rock thing. The Planet Rock thing was kind of popular at that time. And it was just so catchy. And I said, let's dabble in that. And Shy was really into it. He was young. He was only about maybe 17 years old, very young kid at the time. And I was about maybe 25, 27, maybe. I'm 50 now, so that song's almost 30 years old.
So you were older than them?
I was older than them, and Jay was older than me. So I could say that.
Okay.
Jay was older than me. But Jay was already established, but Shy was very young. And he was a great songwriter. And I said, man, let's dabble in this. We were already doing music which was Sound of Latin Rhythm, and then I recorded Oye Como Va, a house version. So we were already traveling and doing music videos, and I already had that career going. So the guys in the group were like, hey, we want to do some things off on our own. I said, let's start this little project on the side called TLR, Latin Rhythm, just abbreviated it. And that's when we got into the freestyle and dance music world, which I still to this day love. The song ended up being one of those fluke hits, which is like the Ignore mix, which is the one Shy was saying, hey, man, no one's going to pay attention to this. This is, I'm too young. If we're doing Latin house music, everybody knows Tito Puente. They're not going to get into freestyle or any of this stuff. And what do you know? The song ended up being a top 10 hit. I got the plaque on the wall here.
In Detroit,
it
was hitting hard. It still is.
It still hit, and it went so big in Canada. And I was telling you, Jose, that's why it kind of filtered down from Toronto. We were working with every DJ back then. We were in Edmonton and Mississauga, all those beautiful cities. The song was on a radio station called, I think it was Hot 105. Okay. And then it was on another one called Energy 93 or something. It was some popular station at the time. And then Macarena was very popular too at the time. And there were some great groups at the time when the song came out, and it went number one on all the stations all across Canada. Then it filtered into the Michigan area, over to the Midwest, then into Texas. It just went right down the middle of the United States. Song became extremely popular. And it didn't hit the coast, which was funny. It just went right down the middle, and then it moved over into South Florida, and then it hit South America, and then overseas, and it just became a phenomenon. You know, some of the greatest hits in the world are flukes. Oye Como Va being one of them. My father wrote it back in 1963, and the album didn't do anything, and Carlos Santana redid it, and it became a worldwide hit. So this is one of those situations that happened, but it was a great opportunity. I love Shy and those guys, and we ended up traveling the world with the song, and I'm glad that you guys still spin it.
Yeah, we try to spin it all the time, and it's because it's got that Planet Rock beat that really hits here in Detroit, and a lot of artists stay away from the Planet Rock because it's kind of typical for
Right.
freestyle.
Right.
But that was one of the original tracks that it actually it here in Detroit it just hit hard. It just hit hard.
Yeah. It was funny because Tony Garcia at the time at High Power Records really had that Planet Rock beat with Little Susie and Envy and Sammy Zone and the Ronaldo and all those guys had that Planet Rock thing really solid down. So I'm going to say that was a very big influence because I love all those artists. And then when we did it, it was like, okay, well, we're just going to take take the lead on this one and see where it goes. I think the reason why people connected with it, maybe you two maybe could agree with me on this, is that the melody and Shy's voice is so young and tender. It's very young and tender. And I think that's what Little Susie did too at the time. She was very young, 15 years old, 14. I think she was 12. And this, you see her a little child or a little kid singing, and then a nice melody of strings under it. The Planet Rock beat is just kind of just drives it a little bit more in the pop world, but the string line and the melody and just a catchy hook, I think that's what really made the song catchy and influential, with the dance music community.
My question is this:
Mm.
when did you pick up the drumsticks, the timbales? What age were you? Were you young, or this was picked up later?
I was playing originally drum set at the age of 15, 14. My father said, "Don't touch my drums in the garage." And what do you do as a kid? You go and start whacking on them. So that's what I did. Y entonces, that's when I started feeling that Latin rhythm and picking up the timbales prior to my father's passing, and in between the TLR stuff. And then I was doing something with the AB Quintanilla from Cumbia Kings, and I was recording an album with him in 1998. And at that time, I started. He was one of the influential people in that really said, "Hey man, you got to start picking up the drums, and then play your stuff." And my father was still alive at the time, and I was very intimidated by him simply because he was the king of Latin music, and I was just little Tito Jr. So it took me a while to get that stage fright over. And then my father always told me, he said, if you could just keep the timing on the drums. You don't have to do like me and do this crazy stuff with the sticks and all that and the tongue out and all. If you just keep the timing of it all, I think people will catch on to it. And I learned that finque style of playing the 3-2 clave and the 2-3 clave in the beginning. But I was very, very nervous. But I would say the mid 1990s, right there in 1996, 97, is when I started really getting into playing the timbales a lot more with the group too. Shy was there and the other guys. At that point, Shy was already doing some other stuff too. I think he was recording with a group called Mi Mayon. He had a boy band or something like that at the time. It was very popular, but that's when I started doing it, right in the mid 90s.
Wow, it's mid-90s.
Ever since. Yeah, man. So it took almost 30 years playing timbales, about almost 35 years playing percussion instruments, and it's amazing. It's amazing, and knock on wood that the music industry has been very supportive of what I do, simply because a lot of people expected me to play like my father or to become that. And what I tell people now that I'm especially older and I have my own children, is that what I do is I try to push people to understand what Tito Puente's music was. I'm a curator of his music. I encourage people to listen to it. I perform his music to the best of my ability and try to keep it to the original way that he wrote it and did his compositions. And I embrace it, you know. And I haven't been booed yet off stage. Everybody's been very respectful so far.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Now, you say you have children, correct?
Yeah, I got some kids, man. They're making noise upstairs right now. I don't know why they're awake. It's past their
Any
bedtime. But
Any of them picked up their grandpa's trait?
yeah, well, I named one of them Tito Puente Jr. the third.
Junior
My
the third.
son. Yeah, my son. He's 13. He's very talented. He's an artist. He does likes to do animation and stuff. So they know who their grandfather was simply because their grandfather passed away 20 years ago, so they never got to meet him. But they do understand it. My daughter Miranda, very talented. She sings and loves music, and it just became a super. She's about to go to high school, so it's wild. She's 14, and I encourage my kids the way I grew up, which is my father never taught me how to play or pushed me to play. He just said, "Listen and watch me." And that's it. And if you choose to take this route in life and pursue the music career, then I encourage you to do that. But I had to go get drum lessons. I had to go to school for it.
Wow.
And I'm glad that my father did that. Because it would have been too easy for me. It would have been too easy. Oh, well, you're the son, you should know. And then my dad could teach me. I'm learning from a genius like that. But he didn't have patience. He didn't have too much patience for that. So I took drum lessons with a fantastic drummer named Sam Olano. And then I went to school at Five Towns College in Seaford, Long Island for 2 semesters. And then I relocated to South Florida and started doing the TLR stuff, which was fantastic. And the Latin stuff. That's how it all started.
So what other music besides the TLR stuff that you worked on?
Wow. Well, I have, for my last count, I had 17 singles out and then 5 albums, with notwithstanding the new one that just was going to be released now in June.
You said 17 singles? 17
singles, yeah. Well, the way it worked was that back then, in the 90s, the singles would come out and then we would get remixes. There would be a lot of people remixing these things. So I would have like a double-sided vinyl and then a 2 vinyl thing. And then there would be a lot of remixes. So the singles that were coming out was like Oye Como Va, but it was remixed like 10, 20 times. So each single came out, and as it hit Billboard, it would chart different ways. So I kind of include that in because they all just have different barcodes, so they were just released conspicuously like that. But the other songs, of course, I had a record label called Puente Records, my last name and the record, and that's when the TLR came out. We had another tune with them. I worked with a group called Rio Dij. I worked with a girl named Teresa, Digital Dreams. I had a lot of different freestyle dance music groups. And then we started working with the Nasty Boys and individually one, which ended up being Diddle D. I worked with Diddle when he was in a group, and he was just a fantastic singer. He's incredible now. It's so nice to see him shine.
He's actually coming here to Detroit.
Yeah,
August,
man, that's hot.
August 6th through the 8th.
Fantastic voice, hand down one of top tier guys that I've seen with the voice, and it's nice to see the guys that I work with shine, and keep going and shine. He's protege.
Absolutely.
The guy came a long way. Not only was he a NYPD police officer, he also served in the military, served his country, and the man is just amazing how he just did all this great stuff during a pandemic as well.
Yeah, he did well. I mean, now that I'm actually talking to you, and I've worked with Diddle D closely, somewhat closely.
Sure.
He told me that Your Lies Are Killing Me was one of them, the tracks that he worked with.
Yes.
That he worked with them.
Yes. Oh man, I had such a blast doing that song. That was one of my favorite songs. And he brought in his other guys, his team, and they were a group of 3 guys. And man, we recorded that, and it was so beautiful. And I thought the song would, end up being. It's like one of those sleeper hits. You pick up the compilation, and then you find it right in the middle of it. It's like, wow, what an incredible song! I never heard this before. But he's an incredible artist. I'm glad that I got to work with him, and it's just we're all growing, and it's nice to see them all shine like that. But thanks to guys like you keep spinning it,
man. And then you just mentioned about a second ago Shy being the protege, and he did one, I think, two good tracks, two good records during
Yeah.
the pandemic. I mean, now I can hear kind of the a little bit of your flavor in that black and that background between those two
Yeah.
artists.
I did something. Yeah, I felt like those two guys really have writing skills. They know how to write lyrics that really are good for the genre in freestyle, and that's why I always back up Shy. He has his own mind and his own thinking and his own thoughts, but I'm proud at the other end of the spectrum of what he's accomplished from being a young kid at the age of 16, 15 years old. We had him on the road. Let me tell you, Jose, I don't want to be the one to say that, but maybe I poisoned him.
Oh
You
man.
take you take a 15-year-old kid on the road and there's like screaming 10,000 screaming girls in some country. It was like, wow. He was so like enamored in being like this superstar, and it trained him to be the artist that he is today. He
Wow.
didn't realize that, but everything. So I see him do some interviews, and he mentions that we traveled around the world, and we did, and it was incredible seeing him, and I'm glad that I got to school him in some sort of aspect in his career. But they all showed me respect. They all showed me love. I'm kind of like the guy that everybody the go-to timbale player in freestyle now. Now I'm working with the Ike Rio. She's a
Hmm.
fantastic new artist. I'm working with some other great artists that are out there. It's not just in that genre. I'm trying to think like my father did. I'm gonna start doing some reggae music with the Bob Marley family. I'm doing some hip hop, with some old school hip hop artists as well. So I'm trying to think of different things to reinvent the Tito Puente brand and how we can accomplish that. Of course, notwithstanding the reggaeton guys, the Bad Bunnies, the Dad Yankees, I would love to work with them too as well. But in the future, hopefully, the genre of dance music can really come together and make a smash hit.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you,
Yeah,
and I want to be one of those promoters that'll push it. I want to be. I want to have, my team here that we want to push quality. We want to push, you know, this culture. We want to bring the positivity that could be, you know.
hmm
Um, one of my dearest friends, his name is Eladio Nino, and he always says this to me. He says, "You know what? We're gonna break down barriers, build the bridges, and little by little, it's transpiring to that, because anything you put out in life or anything being spoken, you have to manifest it."
yeah.
Um,
And as your legacy, that's really what matters the most. I've learned that being the son of Tito Puente, that my father's legacy was so immense. I could never replace that legacy, but I hope my legacy in my future, now that I'm much getting older now, that I can look back and say that my legacy was left, and I did everything that I in every genre. I dabbled in metal, heavy metal, rock, hip hop, rap, salsa. I did everything just so I can just say at the end of this thing that we call life that I got to do everything that I wanted to do as far as music is concerned. So it's great.
wow.
Yeah, man.
So, in regards of making music now, right? Which you have a big influence for, you know, this new thing they call hip hop, or this new, I don't know what it's called anymore. Um, is it challenging for you as keeping people interested in your genre of music and what you work in?
I haven't put out an album in over 11 years. So the new album that I put out was a tribute record to my late father. And I tried to put it out last year, but due to the pandemic, I had to hold off on the record and try to get everybody into the recording studio. I finally got it done during the pandemic. It was very, very hard for me, Jose, but I got it done. And now we just released the first single, which you just heard earlier, Veinte Años.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I wanted to do this style of music at this juncture in my career. Now that I just turned 50, I'm going to stick with the salsa music and the mambo music. But I do love freestyle, and I do love dance music, and I do love house music, and I do want to dabble in that again. I have uh, the production, I have to go to a studio and do it now. I don't have anything in my house anymore where I used to have before, where I would have keyboards and all kinds of drum machines. But all that kind of just went wayside after you start doing other genres of music, and of course having children as well.
Mhm.
But this is the new way that I see myself going. But I think my name and my brand has been synonymous with people around the world and all genres of music. I was talking to the Sugar Hill Gang yesterday, and they're like, "Man, we love you. We love your father. We see you. We love what you're doing." So I'm into the old school hip hop guys. They know who I am. Even the new guys, Snoop Dogg, they know who I am. They write on my Instagram feeds and stuff like that. Yeah, look at the mambo, the cha cha, the rumba. And then of course you got the Tony Bennett's, you got the Lady Gaga's, you got all of them who knew who Tito Puente was. So my brand is really where I'm at. So I could really go in any direction.
Right.
I can go to jazz, I can go to pop, I can go anywhere. I've got a place called the Justin Bieber, I guess. at
You've
this point.
within your lifetime, being around your dad and all that, um, who was the most? Because I know you've been around the Jetty Riveras, you've been around a lot of the salsa singers. Who was influential for you that impacted your artistry right now?
And my artistic influences are way like to the left of mambo music. Because I have some in Latin music, and then I have some in just general that just inspire me just to be better. And those are the ones that I appreciate the most. In the Latin music world, you mentioned, of course, Jerry Rivera, Tony Vega. I got
Hmm.
most of the great artists that I look up to on the album that I'm going to release on June 24th. One of my favorites in particular is the queen of percussion, and that's Sheila E. And she's just incredible. Uh, I've always looked up to her. She's always been an influence within my career, my life, and seeing a female play timbales the way she does is incredible. And she, of course, is the goddaughter of my father. And it's nice that she participated on the album. So I'm thankful for
Wow.
her and her father, Pete Escovedo. So she's a very big influence in my career. I think percussion players, because I've always been a drummer, so I'm always into drumming. I'm going to
Hmm.
say Phil Collins, the late Neil Peart, Anton Fig, Chester Thompson, Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa. These are like old school drummers that've been around. They really influenced me in my drumming and my percussion playing. I love all the heavy metal drummers too, the Lars Ulrich from Metallica, Dave Lombardo from Slayer. Those are the heavier guys. But those are really my genuine influences musically. But I'm really, a fan of dance music and freestyle. I love all the DJs, the productions that they've done. Todd Terry, Little Louis Vega, Mickey Garcia. I mean, these guys make some great, great records. Albert Cabrera, Tony Moran. I can go on and on with the freestyle guys, Carlos Berrios. These guys are
Yeah.
just immense and inspirational to me in the music that they do, even though I'm not really into that bag. But I like what they do. And then Chris Barbosa, I mean, it's incredible the way he just lays it out. And the new guys too, man. The Jay Alams and all these cats, they're fantastic. I
Yeah.
mean, I have so many influences. It's just too many to mention. But I would say in the Latin music world, I'm going to stick with the ones that I feel are really close to Tito Puente and our music. And those are the Sonora Ponceña, those bands, El Gran Combo de Puerto Rico,
El Gran
you know,
Combo.
yeah,
You met those guys?
Oh, that was fantastic. Rafael Itier, almost 90 years old. The man is incredible. That's one of the greatest influences in my world of just Latin music, and I love hearing El Gran Combo and their history and their music, and just, they're just incredible. And they did tribute it, and they all respect Tito Puente.
I never, with the Gran Combo, I never really paid attention to the lyrics of of their songs.
Coño,
And
chico.
they were, they were like, they were explaining Latin culture, Puerto Rican culture, Puerto
That's
Rican
right.
history, and
Yeah,
how, and
yeah.
I just was listening to a track like maybe about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, wow, la canción no le pega a la negra.
Claro que sí. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, these guys are just Pioneers. Those are our Latin Beatles, the salsa, the Beatles of salsa. And it's nice to see that those legendary artists still keep going strong. I love seeing
Yeah.
Gilberto Santa Rosa, Victor Manuel, Mark Anthony. Those are great singers. La India, Mili
Yeah.
Quesada, Olga Tañón. I mean, I know them all. They're all fantastic, and they're all great big influences in what I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing, man.
Yeah.
It's an honor, really. It's an honor because you have so much history, you know,
Yeah.
and
Gotta write a
man,
book. Gotta write a book. We were
yes,
talking about that last night. I'm gonna do a
yeah.
book. I'm also, by the way, I'm gonna be doing a documentary on the life story of my late father, Tito Puente. It should be. I'm working with Mr. Edward James Olmos, the actor. And Eddie is not only a fan, but a producer and a friend of Tito Puente and our family. So he is the executive producing a docu-series that we're going to put out at the end of this year, 2021, on the life story of my father. You guys will see exclusive footage of Tito Puente at home, when us at Christmas time and Thanksgiving with the family. So you'll see the other side of Tito Puente. A lot of people know him from the stage. This now you'll see the man, at home and eating his yogurt and stuff like that. And I think that's what people want to see. They want to see that what really drove Tito Puente to become the ambassador of Latin music and the El Rey de Timbal, the king of Latin, king of Latin music at that, from what really drove him every single day. So that's coming out, and then we'll also be doing a biopic as well in 2022 on Tito Puente. We just have to start casting the actors for that. But a lot of great
Wow.
things. Yeah, really big stuff coming up. You guys can see it, and I don't know if your viewers can check it out, but go to the TitoPuenteProject.com. It's the TitoPuenteProject.com, and you guys can see how the production's going. It's Edward James Olmos website, and it shows all the old school photos of Tito Puente and how we're coming along. The trailer should be up by I think by the end of the summer, and then you guys will
Wow.
see it on one of the streaming platforms, hopefully by this December. Fingers crossed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got 20 años, new record
Yeah.
that's dropping June the 24th.
Yes, it's called The
That's
King
in
and
all
I.
digital.
We're gonna make vinyl. We're gonna do CDs. I'll have a bundle. Oh, and I also got some. Forgot to mention that I left them over there. I got some hot sauces I'm doing too. I got Tito Puente salsa.
Salsa.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, doing that too. We'll have some T-shirts available. I'm gonna put it all in a bundle. That comes out June 24th. I'll have a website. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I'll post it up there, and you guys can purchase it. And it's going to be on vinyl. We're doing a limited edition vinyl, and the CDs will be out, and it will be on all digital platforms on June 24th. The new single "Bain Daniels" is out now, and on the album, let's see, I got Tony Vega, El Meñique, Sheila E., Pete Escovedo, Domingo Quiñones, Michael Stewart, Frankie Negron, Yolanda Duke. My brother Ronnie Puente is on the album too. I did a duet with him. I know I'm missing a few people. Humberto Ramirez. Let's see, and Michael Stewart. There's so many people on the album, really, really to the heart, and everybody did it for the kindness of their heart. 10 slamming tracks, all up tempo mambo. The King and I coming out in Doral Music June 24th on all
The
digital
King and I.
platforms.
And
The
that's
King
going
and
to be on vinyl, correct?
It'll be on vinyl. We're gonna do a limited edition vinyl.
I
on that.
want one. I want
Yeah,
one.
man, I'll get it out to you, brother.
I want
course.
one. Just,
Yeah, the cover
give me
looks
your
great.
Cash App link, or however you're going to do this. And I would like for you to sign it.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. We're gonna do
So-
CD, vinyl, but the vinyls will be limited edition. But I think a lot of people really ask about it. A lot of Latin collectors, they like having that vinyl, so we want to do that. And it's all salsa, man, hardcore.
That's dope, man. That's
Yeah.
dope. So, are you working on a freestyle album right now? Or not an album, but a record?
A record. That's a very good question. Because I've been hearing some great new music. Last year was fantastic. I heard some fantastic. That Jesse B numbers, awesome.
Yeah.
D Marie Entertainment is putting out some great stuff. The Charlie Bellman one is awesome. The Lisa B, Adelis. Who's the other girl?
Adalys.
There's another one. Adalys, the Dragon tune is amazing. I love Mia's music too. There's just so many great songs, and I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to dust off the keyboards and get it out there again. You know, what do you think?
I'm down with it, man.
Yeah, you know,
You did
Shy,
mention.
Shy, Shy was trying to get me to do it. He's like, yeah, you gotta produce another track for me. But you know, my inspirations, Carlos Berrios, all these guys, they're all starting to put out music again. So, you know, that inspires me to do it too.
Man, you said, well, you mentioned that you guys really thinking about doing a reunion, TLR.
Yeah. You know, we've been talking about it for about 3 years now. Uh, you know, we're all still in shape somehow. I don't know if we could do the dance moves and the flips like we used to, but
You
but
know what? I was
good.
watching a video with Shy and Jaquan doing a number, and
Yeah.
yo, you see Jaquan like huffing and puffing, and he's a good shape. That guy's a good shape. I'm like, damn, this guy's huffing and puffing.
Yeah, man. I got to give it to Jaquan. He keeps me up on my toes. I saw him the other day, and he was like, "Yo, T, man, you look great." He came to one of my concerts, and I'm glad that I could still, you know, rock it with him on stage. But yes, we would like to do a possible reunion. We were talking about that yesterday. Maybe even, you know, heading out to Detroit and doing it there. Texas, I know Texas has been asking me too. New York as well. I know the people in Texas, man, the Dallas was just incredible. So they're just like, hey, you know, they're doing a lot of music over there too. But it all depends on our schedules. You know, my schedule now, I'm putting out this record, so I'm kind of moving around. I'm doing a whole tour the whole month of July. Really, I'll be busy. I think I got about 12 concerts, which is fantastic news simply coming out of this pandemic. But that's a great news for Latin music lovers. And then for the promotion of the record. But if we can get it all together and carve out one of those dates that you're doing that festival, I'll see if the other guys are available. And
August
maybe we can
6th, 7th, and 8th. I do have an opening for a venue, actually the second half on the 7th, which is the evening. So
I'll reach out to the fellas. Let me reach out to the fellas. Let me see if I check my schedule too. But I'd love to reach out to the fellas and we could do it. Man, I'd love to be a part of it. I haven't been on stage with them, and wow, it'll be probably almost 30 years to 25 years, 26 years. We did a reunion maybe a couple of years ago down here with Charlie Rodriguez. But I was Shy there. I'm not sure. I know me and Jay did it, and then I had a couple of the other guys. But no, three of us together on one stage. No, it hasn't happened in a very long time. But it'd be great to do those songs. I'm pretty sure that Shy could still sing the songs because he still has that little boy voice. Yeah, got that little kid voice, so he can do it. And me, I'll probably end up playing the drums or something. I don't think I can dance anymore as well as I did back then. But yeah, it'd be great to do that.
That's amazing, man. It's like I said, it's nothing but an honor to be speaking with you. I mean, I've been elated the whole week. Like I've been excited. You know, I was like, yo, I'm talking to Tito Puente Jr. And, you know, and I thank you. I thank you for accepting this interview, this invite, and hopefully we could do this in the future. And you can come down here, man. You can come down here, and if it doesn't work out for August, we got more shows coming.
We got more shows coming for sure.
Absolutely.
And I had such a blast with you, and I love the way we met, Jose. We were talking online first, and then we finally met down here in South Florida. You came to the show, and I was like, man, Jose, I wanted to meet you, and you wanted to meet me. And I was like, man, we gotta connect, man. So, hermano, mucho gusto, un placer de conocerte, man. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. And shouts out to DJ Dan, shouts out to Lit Music Entertainment. You guys are doing it. I'm proud of everybody there. You are making a statement for dance music, and you guys are being the forefront fathers and people putting the D-Town and putting Michigan on the map and making sure that people remember this music. And I'm so happy that you're finally doing this thing in August. This is going to be exciting. And if I can't make it, I definitely am going to encourage and promote it and put it on my pages and make sure people do know about it.
You know, going back to when we met, you know, in Florida, I didn't think you knew my name. And you're like,
Yeah,
Jose
man.
Valle, Valle.
Man,
And I'm like,
tú eres,
oh, shit.
chico,
This guy
tú eres
knows my
más
name.
famoso, pero tú eres más famoso. Tú eres
Yo
más
no,
famoso.
chacho.
Everybody knows your name. Everybody's like, who is this Jose de Valle? And I was like, he's here. I was like, what? Where's he at? Oh, there it is. Yeah. You know, Tomate, I got to give it up for Tomate because he was the one who said, yo, he gave you a shout out. I said, Jose's here. And I heard your name. And I was like, man, I got to go meet him. I want to check him
Wow.
out because I knew you were out in Detroit and I knew you know, make it happen over there.
Absolutely.
Great. Yeah, man.
Man, Tito, thank you so much. Thank you so
You're
much. Hopefully you guys can get that together with Shy and Jaquan, man. Hopefully you guys get over here. I would like to interview Shy and Jaquan.
Yeah,
know?
well, we'll see if I can hunt them down. These guys are running around all the time. But that would be great. Thanks again for playing the new cut. It's called 20 Años, guys. Just follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Everybody watching. You guys can see the next couple of concerts I got coming up. I'll be coming to your town real soon.
Absolutely.
And thank God we're coming out of this pandemic all better. I know live music is coming back. That's really where it's at. And it's nice to see that companies like yourself with Lit Music Entertainment are bringing live music to the people. And I can't wait to see everybody in concert real soon. Muchísimas gracias, man. This is great after dark like this, chilling with you on the couch. And
Yo, I dressed up for you, bro. I had to
man.
bust out. I had to bust out the Prada, the Louis. You know.
Yo, and you put on the Just for Men.
You know what? No, that ain't rocking. That ain't rock. I'd have had time for all that.
It's so great to chat with you guys again, man. Thanks for having me. And again, man, we'll see you in concert real soon. Check out the new music video too. I did a whole music video. My father's in it too. It's called 20 Años. It's on YouTube. We got another music video coming out on the 24th as well, June 24th.
So
And
you have
that's
two
when the album
videos.
drops.
The first
Yes.
video that I met that I did watch, it was you and your father. You guys
Yes.
were taking parts. Each set,
Yeah.
you know, you were doing a set, he was doing a set. And that was dope.
Yeah.
That's
Very,
dope.
very cool. Yeah, it's definitely so if anybody's watching, check it out. It's called 20 Años, 20 Años, and look for it on YouTube. And the new video will be dropping on June 24th, along with the album, The King and I, under Round Music. And I'm looking forward to the hot sauces and the movie and the documentary. I'm doing so much, man. I'll keep you guys all in the loop and abreast of what's happening, all things Puente.
Seguro. Papa, mucho gusto. So you said the vinyl was coming out on the 24th, right?
Yeah, they're good manufacturing. I think it might come out a week after that. But then,
Okay.
because I know they have a list of DJs, but I'm going to make sure I have your email address and you could just give me the address and I'll make sure I
Absolutely.
get it out to you. But very exciting. I think they're just completing the artwork on it.
That's dope.
Yeah, very, very
Well-
cool. I'm excited. All right, it's past my bedtime, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Much love to you and your Tito Puente brand. We hear you need anything from us on the promo tip. And like I tell every artist, use us. Just use us. We're here to help.
You got it, Jose. Thank you so much again, man. Thank DJ Dan. God bless you guys.
Take it easy, Papa.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Papa. Ciao.
All right, people. That was Tito Puente Jr. in full effect, yo. Yo, with that being said, I am so glad that we built this platform. This is Freestyle After Dark. To be interviewing gentlemen like him, artists, as you already know, we are open for the month of August. I have no artists scheduled yet, which normally the schedule gets filled up really quick. With that being said, yo, Freestyle After Dark. Guys, we have the Detroit Freestyle Music Festival, as you see behind me, August 6th, 7th, and 8th. We're going to bring it to you live here from Detroit, Michigan. And with that being said, people, we have tickets on deck. I have them right here. I have tickets on deck. You can get them from us directly. You can inbox me, or you can go to our ticket link, which you'll see within the promotions. Shouts out to all the sponsors. Really, I'm going to shout out all the sponsors, which is the El Nino Podcast or El Nino Network, straight out of Detroit, they're backing us on this Detroit Freestyle Music Festival. Detroit Forever 313, much love to you guys, for real. Detroit Forever 313 basically backs us, and they do most of our shirts that get printed for Lit Music Entertainment. So again, if you're looking for a t-shirt or anything type of Detroit driven gear, go to them. Also, St. Regis Hotel, Detroit. They are the official hotel of the Detroit Freestyle Music Festival. So people, if you're planning to fly in on August 6th, 7th, and 8th, we have a reserved discount for you as part of being a part of the festival. If you go on, there's going to be promo code DFMF, which is Detroit Freestyle Music Festival abbreviated. So DFMF are the abbreviations for the promo code. Guys, he's giving this hotel is giving you a really, really good discount. They believe in regards to what we're doing here for the festival. For again, pushing freestyle forward. Also, F King Vodka, F King, Four Kings, Not God's Vodka. People, these guys have a good flavored vodka. It's dope. It's smooth. Yo, try them out. Also, DNR Performance Methods. They do IV therapy. So if you are hungover, we're gonna actually have a bus pulled up, and they're gonna be doing IV therapies at the festival. Let's see, who else am I missing here? Who else am I missing? We have so many sponsors. But again, the Detroit Freestyle Music Festival is presented by Lit Music Entertainment. And we also have a really, really one of the dopest lineups, I think. I know in freestyle music for the summer. The Detroit concert is something that you shouldn't miss. So tap in. As you already know, as our promotions, you go to app neptix.com. Neptix is NEPTIX.com. You can actually look us up for the first annual Detroit Freestyle Music Festival. Yo, Dan, you ready? Yeah. All right. What we're going to do, we're going to spin one track. We're going to take a break. We're going to spin one track. And after that, we're going to come back and we're going to take some lit requests, or we're going to take some requests on the lit line. So keep it tapped right here. This is Freestyle After Dark. Let's go. Everybody, we are back. What's up, everybody? We are back. This is Freestyle After Dark. This is your boy, Mr. Lit Entertainment, Jose Del Valle, bringing it to you live from Lit Music Entertainment Studios. Yo, what a heck of an interview with Tito Puente, yo. So, as you already know, look down below. The lit lines are open. So, you have any song requests? Right now, we will be taking them for the next 20 minutes until 1 a.m. We're gonna end the show. But before we end the show, we're gonna take a few song requests. So I'm actually gonna play "Lost in the Music" by Jesse B. He's gonna be here for the Freestyle After Dark Late Show, but he was here before. But no, he's gonna be here for the Detroit Freestyle Music Festival, August 6th through the 8th. He will be here Saturday, the 7th, at the 350 Terrace, and he's going to be along with Diddle D and Detroit music freestyle legend here in Detroit, Stephanie Bennett. So, this is shouts out to my brother from another, Jesse B. Lost in the Music. Let's go.
Jesse B. D Mike. I saw you when I came in the party. So sexy, I love the way you moving your body. I think I need a shot of Bacardi. The way you dance, you got me thinking you naughty. The way you look at me, I wanna make you my shorty, ma. I can see them lights in your eyes. Got you in a trance, lost in the music. Jesse B, fast, steady, this is how we do it.
Clap your hands, stomp your feet, stomp your feet, clap your hands, stomp your feet, clap your hands, clap your hands.
I love the way you moving your body.
All right, people, hit the lit line. Song request 313-757-5268. Let's go.
Stomp your feet, clap your hands, stomp your feet, clap your hands, clap your hands.
I love the way you moving your body.
Stomp your feet, clap your hands, clap your hands, stomp your feet.
I love the way you moving your body.
I see you dancing across the floor. Your skin is flawless, your Louis Vuitton. You just wanna get away from the drama for once and party. Every week you work so hard. The struggle is real, sometimes you wanna give up. But just for one night, you're under the lines and lost in the music. You gotta live your life. It's time for you to shine. Get on the dance floor and let your body loose all night.
I love the way you moving your body.
Lost in the music.
I love the way you moving your body.
The night is young and your phone's blowing up. They're wondering where you are. Shut it off. Your drink is on ice and you're feeling so nice, not worried about it. For the first time, you are feeling free. The emotions are running through your body. Just for one night, you're under the lights and lost in the music. You gotta live your life. It's time for you to shine. Get on the dance floor and let your body loose.
What's up, Marcus Inventories in the building? So hit those lit request lines. 757-5268, 313-757-5268. Let's go.
Lost in the music.
I love the way you're moving your body.
Lost in the music. Lost in the music. Lost in the music.
What up, people? We are back. That was Lost in the Music by DME's own Jesse B. You already know, again, the Detroit Freestyle Music Festival, August 6th, 7th, and 8th. Jesse B will be there on Saturday the 7th. With that said, our next track is from Stephanie Bennett, Swing My Way. We are taking it back old school Stephanie Bennett. And she also will be here for the Detroit Freestyle Music Festival on August 6th, 7th, and 8th. What we're going to do is we're going to try to play one track on each day of one artist that's on each day for tonight. So, let's get it, Dan. Swing My Way. Stephanie Bennett, let's go. All right, person that just called me or called to the lit line, call again. We'll take your requests. Let's go. All right, people, we are back. This is Freestyle After Dark. That was our girl Stephanie Bennett with Swing My Way. Next song request is Gennaro and Jenny Renee. Scars, people, scars. And with that said, Jenny and Gennaro will be here Sunday along with Fabian. Fabian's actually going to be at Music Festival, but he's actually performing Sunday. So we got Jenny, Gennaro, and Curtain Call, as we're going to call it, the final Curtain Call party at the St. Regis Hotel on August the 8th. So, people, if you haven't got your tickets, get them now because supplies are going to be running, really, they're going to be sold out really soon. We actually sold a whole boatload of tickets today as we speak. I also got some printed ones, and there's also going to be some bundle packages that we are having with the official Lit Music Entertainment USB mixes by Detroit DJ Dan and DJ Pup, along with t-shirts. They're going to be different bundles, how we're going to do it. So again, the general admission to go to one event of your choice out of the 4 in those 3 days, it's going to be $45 as general admission. It's going to be $70 for all 4 full access the whole weekend. And also we're going to have some exclusive stuff. So if it's your birthday within that week or that weekend and you want to come kick it with Lit Music Entertainment for the festival, inbox me. I got something a little bit special for everybody it's their birthday. I have something special for you. With that said, we're going to bring it to you live right now. Scars by Gennaro and Jenny Renee. Let's go.
Setting off, it's time to go, the engine's running. My mind is lost, we always knew this day was coming. Now it's more frightening than it's ever gonna be. Grow apart, I watch you on the red horizon. Your lion's heart will protect you under stormy skies. And I will always be listening for your laughter and your tears. And as soon as I can hold you once again, I won't let go of you, I swear. We live through scars this time, but I've made up my mind. We can't leave us behind anymore. Have to hurt for now, but next time there's no doubt. 'Cause I can't go without you anymore.
You're better off, that is what you're probably saying. I'm lost for words, and inside our hope is fading. I'm just trying to hold